Alright, back to another gym vlog. This is Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. So in today's gym vlog, just some little fun things that we can talk about. And I would like to call this video the Vanity Split. So let's say you have an event you're interested in going to, want to hang out with your friends or somebody's birthday party, etc. And you want to look good and you're able to go to the gym in the morning. So before that event, we call this the vanity split. So what is the vanity split? So essentially, what pops out the most that people notice is a good strong set of shoulders, traps, upper chest, and some nice thick arms. Okay. Of course, the lower waist just adds on to the aesthetic. However, having that pump for that day, it's what we're interested in. So as you may have noticed, we have started with some overhead shoulder press since we want to get nice cannonball shoulders. And then we're doing some heavy incline press here. So with this arsenal strength, I feel like highly recommend to just do the pronated grip, just regular grip, shoulder press, the hammer press here, and incline. Okay, so just regular grip, standard grip. Okay, so you want to pump out the strong movements for your shoulders to grow them, upper chest. Okay, especially that incline machine. If you don't have an incline machine, that's fine. You can use dumbbells or the pack deck fly machine. Okay, so again, you just want to do 6 body movements. Okay, so you're doing 2 chest movements, all 3 shoulder heads, plus a bicep movement, a tricep movement, and a forearm movement. Okay, and then of course you go for your cardio incline walks after the gym to appear that you're more aesthetic. Your arms, your chest, your shoulders are going to get pumped up, of course, as well as your traps. So, when you go out, just interested in just meeting the new people, just with your friends, etc., you will look pumped overall, and you're just going to look bigger uh, since we went to the gym earlier. So after we do the incline fly machine, the next exercise will be the lateral raises. Okay, I'm breaking my PRs again. I used to do 35 pounds with bad form. Now I feel like I'm getting stronger and I'm able to move it with much more ease. And then we decrease it by 5 pounds since it's dumbbells. Remember to lead with your elbow, turn the wrist just slightly, and you'll feel it much more on your lateral deltoids. And then you're doing some wide grip rows here. Of course, you are supersetting that with some reverse flies. And this is going to target the upper back, the traps, posterior deltoids. So putting that into your program instead of just relying on the cable machines, feel it much more. And it's pretty much faster. Okay, we get in, get out, 45 minutes of lifting since it's 2 sets, and then of course your cardio. So after we decrease the weight here, so just 5 pounds. Okay, so you want to get strong, keep the intensity high, still with the low volume, decrease it by 5 pounds, we are good to go. So PRs again, I used to do this with 50 pounds. Then next I we did 45, and then 50-pound here. Okay, incline, bench, hammer curls. This is one of the superior movements, good range of motion for your biceps. Okay, and I'm stronger on the hammer grip, but then again we are alternating the type of grips for your curls here. So nothing really beats the incline press. The incline bench bicep curls. Okay, preacher curls are also just as excellent. So having those into your program will help you get some nice thick biceps. Okay, it's gonna help increase that peak, the strength for pulling movements. And then your triceps here, for me personally, flat bench skull crusher will kill my triceps and it's gonna explode after they recover. I feel the soreness the day after. So just close grip here. What I like to do is keep it slanted at that angle, 45, just about above my head. Okay, going heavy, nice 70 pounds, and then decrease it by 10. And I am good to go for this tricep movement. So very concise here, nothing much to it. Okay, so again, upper chest, all the 3 heads of your shoulders, bicep, tricep, and forearm. So nice and controlled here. That's what you want to do. Keep your mind focused on the rhythm and the tempo of your movements here. And then PR again, personal record. Maybe slightly bad form since I am somewhat swinging here, but overall I do feel stronger. My forearms are blowing up, they're getting nice and thick. The veins are popping through. So 50 pounds, and the next we're dropping to 45. Okay. So pretty much ends up for this particular day's workout. And then within the Vanity Split on the second day that you go to the gym, you are doing your legs plus 2 back movements. So basically the upper body parts we didn't really do. Since your back is already nice and strong, it's easy to get developed. Okay, the upper back is what people notice more. So we are starting off this day with the hack squat here, targeting the glutes and the quadriceps. Okay, keeping your back straight is vital for this movement for safety. Okay, um, for me, again, I like to keep my feet pointed outward in a 45-degree angle, just easier on my knee joints. Okay, since we're getting older and becoming middle-aged people, this is how you want to do it. And then, of course, isolation for your quadriceps. Cannot go wrong with the leg extension. So since I was in the other gyms for so long and used to their resistance, I felt like it was somewhat cake work doing this full stack. This one, I believe, goes up to 240. So, I'm getting stronger and I'm very happy of that. So it shows, okay? Your strength shows when you put your numbers up, okay? You need to be patient and also be careful with how fast you do it. You don't want to hurt yourself, mess up your tendons, your nerves, your joints. But once you do increase your numbers, you are, you will build that nice stance muscle, but that's going to take time. You must be patient. Do not rush to things. Then, of course, for the lower back, hamstrings, and glutes, Romanian deadlift. So, 2 plates of 45 on each side here. And notice how we're hinging the hips, very important. Also, slightly bending your knees, okay? That's gonna be the way you do your Romanian deadlift. And then, of course, the shrugs. Shrugs are important. You want to make sure you're actively working out on your trap muscles. It will look odd and imbalanced of a physique to not have trap muscles if you are, developed everywhere else except for the muscles between your neck. And as you notice here, I like holding that pause right there, that pause at the top. And that's going to help you just fill out that squeeze for your traps. And then calf extension machine here, okay. Standard procedure, okay. Top squeeze, bottom stretch, top stretch. That's what you want to focus on. Mind to muscle connection. Take your time with these movements, and your calves will definitely grow. Okay, if you don't have this machine, again, stand on top of a platform, so sort of plates. Okay, be careful with the weights, of course, but focus on a top stretch and on a bottom stretch, and you are good to go for your calves. They will get stronger, they will develop, they will get bigger. And then having fun here with the wide grip rows. So of course this works out the middle part of your back mainly. I feel like with the wider grip movements for your pulling movements, it will develop the width. Okay, so I feel like I have good back thickness, but I might not have too much of the width here. So just, doing with the wide grip just to have that. And then as you notice, this is not obligatory, but the strategy, if your machine allows it, because I've noticed that they're not all long, as you see here, when I pull to my waist area, lean slightly back, but then I let the weight carry me forward, okay? You feel much more of your back this way. Of course, everybody has a different way of doing it. Sometimes I do this, I don't always do this, but, for this particular day, I just wanted to try that out. And then just repping out the last few reps, just keeping my back straight. And then, of course, with the lat, pull down with the reverse grip, feeling very strong. My biceps getting activated. And as you notice, for all my back movements, I am leaning back just slightly, not too much, because if you do it too much, that's cheating. And then still letting the weight carry you forward. And that's pretty much how we're doing that back development here. So, like a leg day and then 2 back movements is what you need for this vanity split. If you're interested, you can copy this workout and yeah, you will get jacked. Alright, give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you guys in the next video.